Green Greenie here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today I have a video for you about yarn and yarn labels. So I have two different yarn and different yarn labels, and I just want to show you the difference and how to basically read them. So this first one I picked up at Goldwill, and I ripped the sticker off of it. It was $1.99, and the original price was like 11 something, and I'm like, I would not pay that price for this yarn. I probably wouldn't pay any price for a yarn like that. Maybe if it was like something for like a sweater or something, if I was knitting a sweater or something, but no. So, it just tells you it's Deborah Norville collection. It's called Serenity Chunky Weight. It lets you know that there is a free pattern in the inside of the label. It tells you the weight of the yarn, ounces, grams, yards, and meters. And now, when you have a pattern, it will tell you how many yards or ounces or grams or meters that you will need for that project. So if you need, say, 250 yards, I'd get 3 skeins just to be safe. Alright, so it tells you what size knitting needles you need. US 911, 5.5, 8 millimeters. And it also tells you the crochet hook that you need is US K10. And it also tells you that it's 5 bulky weight, meaning the 5 is the 5-ply yarn. It's bulky. It also tells you that it's 100% fine acrylic. It tells you that you can wash it inside out, warm water on gentle cycle. It also tells you you can tumble dry, low heat, do not over dry. It lets you know that you cannot iron it and you cannot bleach it. If you iron it, it's going to melt everything together because it is plastic. And if you bleach it, it's going to ruin the dye on the yarn. It says that if you're going to purchase this yarn, make sure that you get significant yarn of this dye, and that lots may differ slightly in shade. Meaning that when they dye yarn, they have color dye lots, and so say you run out of a skein or something, and you go to look for this online, it might have the same number, but it might be off. So, like, if you're going to do a project that has so many yards, like I said, always make sure that you get a skein more so you don't run into this problem. It's made in Turkey, and it also tells you the color, which is fudge, and it tells you what the color lot is. So you'd look this number up online. I don't know when this yarn came out or anything really about it. I just got it for the purpose of the label, and it was cheap. So I decided to pick up another yarn from Walmart today, which is, I like Super Saver. I don't care what anybody says. I like Red Heart yarn. Yes, it's acrylic, and yeah, it's itchy if you use it for garments and stuff. So if you're going to make clothing, make sure you get something that's soft, or, you know, something that's lightweight, because this is pretty, when you make something with this, it gets pretty heavy and hot, and it's itchy, and it's not good to wear. I mean, it's okay for hats, for like winter hats, because, you know, you want that good heavy stuff, but like for tank tops for in the summer or dresses, you're going to roast. You're going to melt like the Wicked Witch of the West, East, whatever one it is, I don't even remember. So anyways, I got Red Heart Super Saver. I got this color because I have a project to do, and I didn't have any orange, and I needed the orange for the project, so I just picked it up. This was $3 and something. So, I got this at local Walmart. That's another reason why I like to go get Red Heart, because they're close, it's cheap, it gets what I'm doing done, and I don't care what people say. So, it says the brand, which is Red Heart, and it tells you that it's Super Saver. It tells you that it has 7 ounces, 198 grams, and 364 yards, and 333 meters. Now right here, it tells you the crochet hook that you need, which is a 6 millimeter J-10. It tells you that it's 1 skein, It tells you that there's a pattern on the back of the label, which is inside when you take this off, if you take it off. I try not to, but all of my yarns have the labels ripped off. My kids gotten hold of them, my dog, you name it. So this is why I had to go out and buy some, because none of mine had labels. So it tells you that there's free, I can't even talk, there's free patterns, and that you can go to redheart.com. And I think they also have YouTube tutorials. Oh, they do. They have the YouTube signs. They have the Facebook, the Twitter, the YouTube, the Instagram, and the Pinterest sign. So it tells you that it was made in the U.S. of imported fibers. Okay, so it was America's most recommended yarn brand from 2015 to 2018. And it just tells you more about the imported stuff. And it also tells you the color, which is pumpkin. And it gets into different languages and whatnot. So right here, I'm not 100% sure on this, but it looks like it says to pull, because this part of the yarn will be over here. It looks like it means to pull that part over here and then to pull from the end. So you can either use the yarn from the outside or you can pull from the middle. But I'm going to tell you that it's easier to pull from the middle than it is around, because if you're working on a project and you use the outside of the yarn, you're going to be unrolling and rolling the whole skein. So if you just do it from the inside, it's just going to pull right out. So it's going to be easier if you do it from the inside of the ball rather than the outside. So we're going to see that in a minute when I get back to that. So it says that it's medium 4, and it tells you right here. Now, I don't know if I even got into this in my other video, but this is what I was talking about, if I did, about the gauge swatches. So they show you for knitting and crocheting. But this right here, it just tells you the needle size or the hook size for the crochet and the needle size for the knitting. So this is a gauge swatch. It's telling you that you need a 10 by 10 and 4 by 4, and that you need 12 single crochets across. So this needs to be 10 by 10 up top and 4 by 4 on both sides. It needs to have 15 rows, and it needs to have 12 single crochet in each row across, if that makes any sense. So let me just say that again. So you need 12 single crochets going along, and you need 15 rows of those 12 single crochets. It needs to be a 4 by 4 on the sides and a 10 by 10 on the top and bottom. So now for the knitting, it needs to have 17 stitches across, and it needs to have 23 rows up the side. It needs to be a 10 by 10. And over here, it tells you that you can wash it, you can dry it, do not iron, and I don't know what that is. I think it's bleach, and it just tells you that it's 100% acrylic, and that it's machine wash and dry. So this is what I was talking about. So this part of the yarn is over here. So if we pull this through, if I can get my finger out of the way. So if we can get this to go through, I'm trying to do this one-handed with my video record on. Hold on. This is a laugh and a half. So we get it to go through. And now we're going to go to the other side. And this is where you pull from. So this is the middle. So we're going to pull from this, because it's much easier to pull from this. So that is all I got to say. And if you heard the door close, sorry, I had to go out to my car so I could make this video without a bunch of noise in it. So if you have any questions or comments, feel free to post those down below, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, and also hit that notification bell so you can get notified every time I upload a video. Thank you guys. I hope you have a great day. Bye.